Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
Doing a sort of, this is the best we can do when it comes to podcast shit, at least at the moment. So we're just going to be on Xbox Live talking to each other. But I thought we would take the time to go over some discussions about certain videos. And the first subject is mostly about me. And then the second one is more of a controversial subject, I suppose, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the Akira movie reaction. And obviously I wanted to, you've had time to think about it, Michael.
Yeah, actually I don't know. I've it's been kind of hectic lately at where I've been having to deal with quarantine and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean overall it was actually a really good movie. And the art style is something that you don't see all that often either. But I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of going back to like whatever I said in the reaction. I keep saying a lot. It's because I really don't know what to say.
Oh, that's all good.
Damn, sinuses.
Nah, but I feel like Akira though. I've seen it 3 times now, and
Yeah, when we saw Akira, like at first, it's like, wait, because I was kind of expecting him to like actually be human, not in jars.
oh
So that
yeah,
was
the
kind of
character.
like surprising when they finally opened up his chamber, and it's like, wait,
I think
really?
I think what they were hinting at towards the end, because you said in the reaction that the ending was a bit of a mindfuck, in which
Yeah.
I think it kind of was. But I think what they were trying to hint at towards the end was that Tetsuo is now what Akira was, where he was going to be in like jars and shit, and he was like a weapon that they were. Like, I think that's actually somewhat what happened to Akira.
Mm.
The same results, you know what I mean? Because they were warning him that, I mean, it had to have known something, because they were warning him throughout the entire movie, you got to calm down and stop doing this, because you're going to, overdo it, and then the effect, the aftermath of that is going to be too much for you to handle.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't
Your
listen.
power is going to overtake you, and it's just going to, like, not be good. It's
Absolutely.
basically just going to destroy everything.
Absolutely.
No ands, ifs, nor buts.
And I wanted to apologize to a lot of the subscribers, because if they noticed that the Akira reaction was a little bit choppy with the editing, and to be honest with you guys, that was kind of unavoidable. YouTube was copyright claiming it after me editing it. They wouldn't, even after like I watched other YouTube reactions to the movie and how they did it, I was kind of going how they were doing it, like trying to do it the same way. But for some reason, YouTube still wouldn't allow it, so they copyright claimed it. And I would have been okay with a copyright claim, but when they decided to block it in some countries, I decided not to do it, and I just decided to re-edit the whole fucking thing. So if it's choppy and you guys notice that, I apologize, but to be honest, there was hardly any other way for me to get around it, unfortunately.
Yeah, because that wouldn't have been fair to some of our, say, I don't necessarily know what countries it was, you weren't able to see it in, but it wouldn't have been fair for, like, people, some of our subscribers, I think, said that they were from England or Africa. It's like, it wouldn't have been fair if they weren't able to see it and everyone else was.
I agree. That's why I just decided to say no. I'm sorry. Like, it would have been a better version of the actual reaction if I had kept that version, but to me, I want everybody to see that content. I don't want it to be, labeled for certain people and not others. Like, even some people in the United States were not allowed to see that video for some reason. I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. No one left behind.
That's pretty much what I said. I'm like, no, like if they love because it would be the real big bummer would have been if one of our viewers was such a big Akira fan and they couldn't watch our reaction. You know what I mean? Like that would have bummed me out.
Yeah.
That would have made me sad. But if you
Shit,
wanted
that would
to,
have bummed me out.
right? So like, yeah, I'm really happy. I sort of kind of just re-edited the thing. It's choppy. It's not the best I've done, but I'm hoping that some people can like understand it. And also, please, 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 I don't think me and Michael can like emphasize this enough. If you have not seen these movies, please go out and watch the movies first before watching our reactions. 100,
Exactly.
100%.
We've had a couple people say that, oh yeah, I haven't seen this movie, but I watched your reaction and it makes me want to go watch it. But at the same time, I feel like I've been spoiled, and it's like, well, not to hate on you, you know who you are.
Yeah.
No, but not to hate on you. You probably should go and watch the films first. You don't always have to, come in and watch our reactions as they pop up.
Right.
Which is nice when you do, but at the same time, it's like, we'd already like you to, know what your reactions would be to the film and then see ours.
Exactly. Like, for me, Akira was an experience. Like, I sat there. I remember, like, at 3 a.m, I watched Akira for the first time, and to me, it was an experience. I don't know about you, but it was something I've never seen before, so that was really enjoyable.
Exactly.
So I feel like if you watch our reaction to Akira, and if you haven't watched our reaction and you're just watching this, please go over and just watch it first. Please, just do that first. Trust me. It's better, because then you'll understand the story more of what Michael's watching, and instead of you trying to guess what's actually happening, you'll actually be aware of everything that's happening. So... but let's go ahead and jump into our next topic, which is a very interesting topic for me, and that is because me and Michael are actually we have a lot of YouTube inspirations, and one of those inspirations is Chris Stuckmann.
Yeah, a lot of the movie reactors and movie reviewers and people like that, like Jordan said, Chris Stuckmann. You have obviously Nostalgia Critic.
Fucking one of my favorites. He's on tip of my tongue. I mean, we watched a movie. I love watching those guys talk about horror movies.
Oh, yeah. There's so much more, and we just can't. Well, right now we can't just think of them. So,
no.
Who's that one buff guy? I can't think of his name.
John Flickinger.
Yeah, Flickinger. Yeah.
Flickpick. Yeah. You loved Jeremy Johns quite a bit back in the day.
Jeremy Johns. Yeah, I liked his rating scale. It was either awesome-tacular or dog shit.
But if I had to be honest with you guys,
and then everything in between.
yeah. But if I had to be honest with you guys, the one recommendation I would make to you, movie reaction wise, the ones that get straight to the point and they make the best points most of the time, Chris Stuckmann is normally the guy I recommend to go check out. He's the most, I think, professional movie reviewer on YouTube. But let's talk about his recent video, which is still kind of controversial, but I'm really happy he made the video. I watched the whole, hour or so of it, 40-something minutes. And
it was 50-some-odd minutes
yeah,
of him explaining stuff.
I think it's one of my favorite videos he's ever put out, to be honest with you.
Because he comes out and he's so honest about,
a lot of
shit. Like
shit.
you and I are most of the time. It's like, you and I are honest about a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean...
if you ask me, if you, want me to react to a certain movie that I know I have already seen, I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm just going to tell you, please leave another recommendation, because I don't want to lie to you, and I'm not going to do a fake reaction. So...
Fuck fake reactions.
No matter
be boiled in their own pudding.
Right? No matter how many views I know some of these would get us, not worth it to me. Not in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's talk about Chris Stuckmann's video about him coming out admitting that he lived a life as a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, man, I didn't know much about the group themselves. I didn't know much about the religion. To me now, I've watched the video, and I'm not judging anybody who's a Jehovah's Witness, but it's shocking, in other words. It's really shocking.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
Yeah, a lot of their rules are super strict. You can't do this, you can't do that. And if you get to a certain point where you keep doing all these things that doesn't agree with their scripture, which is somewhat by the Bible, I guess.
It's made up.
If it doesn't go by their scripture, they can shun you.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Chris Stuckmann's video, he goes in depth on how they shun you. You might have friends and family, but they're not allowed to talk to you. Period. I mean,
no.
You are done.
He mentioned the fact that he was probably going to be disfellowshipped because of the video he made. Yeah, because of the video he made. Excuse me. Because of the video he made, he was going to be disfellowshipped, and that means that his father probably will never talk to him again. And I just thought that is the craziest shit to hear. That is just that's insanity. The whole concept of just the idea, the fear of having to lose your own family because of having a different opinion. That's just
Yeah.
evil. It's evil, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And he even explains there in his video, he started back in 2009.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And
Actually,
he actually started doing a bunch of movie reviews, and the elders of his Kingdom Hall told him that they didn't directly come out and tell him because there wasn't anything in their scripture that says that he couldn't do that, but they just didn't approve of him making videos.
yeah, and that's just...
So he actually made a video, and he actually shows it in him talking about the whole Jehovah's Witness. He actually explains that he actually had to give it up. And he couldn't actually explain why either, which is just as sad because he was still a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah,
I mean,
sorry, I actually had to pause, unplug my headset because a high-pitched noise was coming into my ear, like it is now. God damn it.
oh.
One sec. Bear with me.
Oh, we're still recording, right? I heard that. Good. Jordine,
Hey.
I like chocolate bar. Oh.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. My headset malfunctioned, but no. Anyways, man, I hope it doesn't do it again. But like, it hurts
Remember
my
that one
ears.
time I was doing a movie reaction and it started doing that shit to me? I'm like, what the fuck is going wrong? And
I
you're
caught
like,
that shit
"Dude,
on camera.
unplug it and plug it into the other controller." I'm like, oh.
I caught that
Okay.
shit. Yeah, I caught that shit on camera. But I think it was during the Grudge reaction, actually.
It might have been.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, some of the shit, dude. But I was really inspired by his video, regardless of all the shit that he was telling. And he came out. He admitted at the end of the video, which I was, not really surprised at all. I mean, but he came out and admitted that he was pansexual and whatnot. And 100% okay, obviously, but like, it's just crazy the idea that because he said all these things, that the idea of him losing his family, it still blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I really feel for the guy, and I'm not trying to pity him because even he doesn't want a pity party, but I really do feel for him because it's like, I couldn't imagine having to hold that in for 10 years, hoping to God that no one would spill that, that information, so he would be threatened.
As you know, Jordan, I used to have this friend, and you know where this is going.
I do.
Yeah. You remember that one fella? I'm trying not to give away names.
No, you don't give away his name. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. FJ guy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Jufro. No, never mind. But he actually, I don't know if he's still a Jehovah's Witness or not, but I do remember hanging out with him and whatnot. I actually went to his house, and I actually went to his Kingdom Hall once. He asked me if I wanted to go to church with him, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, I've been to church, whatever. And it's like, he's a Jehovah's Witness, and it's like a Kingdom Hall, so it's like different.
Yeah.
You don't have like one speaker. You have like 2 or 3 that actually get up and talk. And then everyone's dressed to the nines. I mean, everyone's dressed in like, you have like a blazer, dress slacks, dress shoes, tie, everything. And it was just, I hadn't really dressed up for
Hey. Sorry about that, folks. 1 second. Hey. You there?
Yeah, is everything okay?
Yeah, you cut out for a minute.
Oh, shit.
Sorry about that. I don't know how, but you cut out, yeah.
At what part?
You were just about to talk about you were talking about the way they dressed and everything, and then you just completely cut out.
Oh, and I was explaining the interior of their kingdom hall, right, or church.
Yeah.
And it was really alien because it wasn't like big and extravagant, like a lot of other churches I've been to. It just didn't have that feel.
Right.
You know.
No, I know you mean.
I don't know if I mentioned that they had instead of one speaker, they had three.
Wow.
They had a couple people that would come up and talk instead of just one preacher or pastor or priest or whatever, But it's and then Stuckmann, he mentions that they don't celebrate holidays or birthdays, and I actually asked my former friend at the time, I should say, I asked him, don't you, I'm going to celebrate my birthday or whatever. And he's like, I'm like, dude, what about your birthday? What do you want for your birthday? And he's like, I don't celebrate that. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, what? You don't celebrate that? He's like, yeah, it's the same with Christmas or this, that, and the other. And I'm like, that's fucked up.
How can you enjoy, yeah, I understand if you're raised that way. I mean, I'm not judging anybody who's a Jehovah's Witness.
Well, see, it's weird for us being on the outside and looking in and being like, their way of life is fucked up. But then they could be the same way and look at all of us and it's like, y'all are a bunch of sinner motherfuckers. Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. You weren't allowed to curse.
No, that's true. That is true. We can curse all we want.
That was the other thing that they were like, oh, no, please. You'll upset the balance.
Well,
I'll upset your balance.
The reason why this actual subject came up and why he was put into the position to make that video was because he was doing an interview with, I think it's Double Toasted. It's like a YouTuber who does movie reviews and stuff. I think that's his name. But he was doing an interview. Chris was doing an interview with him. And he mentioned when he did his review, Chris did his review for Get Out, he had a picture of a bunch of, just him and a bunch of black kids in a photo. And and he questioned him about that. It was embarrassing and whatnot. Chris felt bad about it. But then he mentioned he had no choice, but he was put on the spot. But he just said, well, I was a Jehovah's Witness. And it was the first time he ever came out about that to the public. First time ever. So he didn't know how to, It was one of those moments to where it was like a normal interview, but it became such a pure fucking moment of just two guys talking about how messed up and how real his life was. And it was just kind of a really nice interview. And how he mentioned those kids in the photo were actually, Jehovah's Witnesses too. And most of them are actually elders now. And some of them still won't talk to Chris,
Right.
And it's like, wow, it's like...
Yeah, that's sad, all those people that you grew up around, and then all of a sudden you just start doing stuff that you want to, in a matter of a sense, it's not harming anyone.
I'll be buying Chris's book when it comes out. Well, he said he was going to be putting out a book about his whole experience in the...
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that too when I was, when I watched his video. I did not see the interview, though.
Yeah, you might want to watch the interview. It's a pretty interesting interview.
Yeah, if you get a copy of the book,
I'll lend it to you. Have you read it too?
I'll let you read it first.
Yeah.
And then, I'm terrible at reading books. I'll be honest.
Dude, Chris is
the most reading.
the
most reading I do is the newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did read that. You did read that one book, wasn't it?
1984.
1984.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 1984, and then there was another one. It was by I can't think of his name.
That's okay. But anyways, though,
it was good. It was a good book, though.
Oh, I'm sure. But anyways, seriously, I was so happy for Chris though coming out and admitting this because I'm sure it's like a giant fucking relief off his shoulders, like a giant fucking weight off his shoulders just to come out and admit this thing.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at this. I'm laughing at that, the way that you're talking right now, it's like getting all choppy through my headset.
Oh yeah.
You're like, about it.
Right. Yeah. But
Hold on, let me unplug you for a second.
okay. Give him 1 second, folks. His headset's malfunctioning. Yeah, our fucking setup here is just shit.
This whole thing is dog shit.
Yeah, but
Fucking COVID. Fucking piece of shit that it is.
But-
Hope it rots in hell.
but yeah, but Chris's situation, man. I am happy for him though. I think it's a really good thing for him to come out and admit something like this. Really is.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm sure it
'Cause
wasn't
there's
easy.
not a lot of people that don't, come out and talk about it. Like all those people who come out about Scientology,
Yeah.
and talk about that. And I feel like Scientology is a bit way more fucked than Jehovah's Witness. I mean,
Well, I mean, but there's not too much that you can like. To me, when someone has you in control like that, when someone has literally strings over your entire life and they can pull any string and just take something away that you care about, to me, either way, it's still it's still just as bad. It's nasty. That's disgusting.
mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't imagine.
It's how did he describe it? Oh,
Well, he said
how was I going to describe?
traumatizing for one.
Brainwashing.
It is brainwashing. It's exactly brainwashing.
I'm pretty sure that's how he explained it, or
He did.
how I was trying to describe it.
He did. It's all brainwashing, man. They have you just believe all this shit. To me, it's all bullshit. I don't know why they're not enjoying life while they can.
Yeah.
But again, not judging. I understand your situation, and I hope the best for you if you are a Jehovah's Witness. But I felt bad for Chris, and I'm a big fan of Chris, so I'm just reacting to his video. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
consider that a reaction to his video.
yeah. But let's move on to the next topic, which is your God damn it, my fucking headset just went off again.
Excuse me. Hey, at least you're coming in clear. That's all,
All right,
that
I think
matters.
that shut it up.
Not going.
there?
What? Yeah.
Are you there?
I'm still here.
All right, 1 sec.
Physically, but maybe not mentally.
Let's go ahead and move on to our next subject, which is your COVID situation and future content.
Yes. Yes, I'm having to be in quarantine, which really sucks balls, because I would really like to get back to work, and of course, doing movie reactions with Jordan, but in this time, I'm actually able to do some like special content for like Patreon and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a total waste, and I'm starting to learn how to use our movie editing system. So hey, there's plus sides, there's pluses and minuses to everything.
Absolutely.
In fact, my girlfriend and I today we actually did some recording, I believe. Yeah, we did some recording, but that probably won't be coming out for maybe a little bit because we got to figure out how to ship it all Jordan's way.
Yeah. Well, I know some of the movie reactions you'll be doing after your quarantine's over.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and I do have.
Seeing.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, see, that's the other thing, because I would do movie reactions at home, but I don't have
The equipment.
a camera. I mean, I have a camcorder, but I don't know where the frick that went.
Yeah, and if it'll even last long enough to do a whole movie, though.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, because I'd hate to have to, like, do it in sections. Oh, I mean, I could do it how we are already doing it. Do it, like, 30-minment sections or whatever.
Yeah, but then you would have to, like...
just charge it and... Well, no. That still wouldn't work. I'd have to... At that point, I have to download whatever I just watched, and then wait for it to download so that I could get the camera back, so that I could actually start recording again. And that would just would be a
basically
mess.
the easiest way for him to do movie reactions is if he does them at my place.
Or if I got a camera for my computer.
That too, yeah. But I
But
know
I do enjoy going over to Jordan's and filming.
because I do have a
then
nice
he and I
setup.
can talk about it.
I do have a nice setup, very comfortable setup.
Yes.
And but I do know some of the movie reactions that you're going to be doing when you get back, and I can go ahead and hint at some of them for the special viewers.
Special viewers.
He will be reacting to Friday the 13th, the very first film. Yes. He will be reacting to My Bloody Valentine, which is a Valentine's Day movie reaction.
Ooh, that one actually sounds pretty good.
Yes. And he will be doing a movie reaction for Hacksaw Ridge.
Yes. One of the many war films. I thought I'd seen them all. I thought I'd seen all the war films, but Jordan and I sat down one night and we were going through a list of like, I don't know, what was it, like 50 of them or something like that? It was a long-ass list.
And there was like 30 of them you hadn't seen.
Yeah, there was a multitude of them that I hadn't seen, and it's like, oh, I need to start watching my war films.
And there was a lot of recommendations by the audience that was telling us to watch certain war movies that I know you haven't seen.
Oh, and to whomever the one was that recommended, what was it? Fury, I had seen that.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I have not though. I have not. So be looking forward to that in the future.
Yeah, and don't mention Inglourious Bastards. I have seen that one too. Sorry.
I have not. So be looking forward to that one. See, we'll post movie reactions, and most of the time, and people always ask me, why don't you guys do movie reactions together? And the simplest answer I can give you is because most of the time when there are movies that people want us to react to, one of us has already seen that movie. Most of the time.
Now, what we could do, if you guys would like us to sit down and watch a movie together and show our reactions or just, I don't know, blabber on throughout the film, we have commentaries, but Jordan and I could start doing movie revisits, where he and I just sit down. Maybe one of us, maybe both of us hadn't seen the movie in like eons, and we could just sit down and enjoy the film once again, that kind of thing.
Yes. And also, while we're on the subject, I would like to mention that I do have a movie reaction coming out. It's Michael's last movie reaction till he comes back, and that's Wrong Turn 2. And I wanted to say, if you guys, because we're kind of on the, I don't think he's not as excited for the franchise as, let's say, something else, but if we get the video to 100 likes, we will post Wrong Turn 3. So, because, Wrong Turn is an interesting franchise. I know for a fact that the movies do progressively get worse and worse after the second film. I do know that. So it's going to take, you guys to boost our confidence to continue doing those movies, for sure.
So it's kind of like Jeepers Creepers in that respect.
Yes,
yeah.
But it can be it can be worse, to be honest.
If you guys want to hear my reaction to the third film, go ahead and check out one of our commentaries, because I tear that film limb from limb. Trust me.
Yeah.
I hold no bars hold whatsoever.
Yeah, dude. We watched that thing, and it's been one of my biggest regrets actually, because we didn't start doing movie reactions until like literally 2 months ago, but we were doing movie commentaries for like at least 5 to 6 months now. And Jeepers Creepers was one of the first ones we did, because movie reactions weren't very, very popular at the time of when we were doing movie commentaries. So,
and plus we really hadn't thought about just sitting down and doing a reaction. We're just like, we'll just sit down, fuck it, watch a film, we'll just react to it that way, and you guys watch the film along with us, just pop in the film, that's what the commentaries were for. But
yeah, and you guys can still enjoy those. It's just me and him talking throughout the movie, enjoying what we love about certain films. But
yeah, it'd be kind of like having us in the room with you, which I don't even like having myself in the room with myself sometimes. Actually, not. I know my girlfriend does it sometimes. I drive her insane. I'll be honest.
Yeah, my headset malfunctioned again. I apologize, but
God damn it, Jordan.
it's not my
Kick
fault,
its
man.
ass.
I tried,
Kick its ass.
yeah, but
Probably
guys,
put it in a box and send it back to China.
right? But guys, now for my future content, because Michael can't do not much until he gets back, but my future content, you guys can look forward to a couple movie reactions. I'll give you one hint. One of them is going to be Cloverfield. That should be exciting, I hope. Another one's going to be 28 Weeks Later, which is the sequel and the last film of the 28 movies, the 28, infected movies. I know a lot of people got ticked when I said zombie movies, but it's infected. It's people infected, so.
Zombies, infected, what's the difference?
Well, zombies are dead people coming back to life.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, and what you can also look forward to is because I know a lot of people have been hinting at me doing this, and there have been a lot of people wanting me to do this for a while now, and I just haven't had the time to do it, and I'm going to be making the time to do it, and now I especially can because I'm not editing as much of Michael's movie reactions because I'm the one who edits everything. Stranger Things. Yeah, Stranger Things episodes 3 to 5. I'll be doing those at some point and posting those up to the channel so you guys can watch those and enjoy those because I know you guys have been like really, really wanting me to do that, and I just been putting it off, but I will get to it, so don't worry. But that's basically all I wanted to talk about for my future content, and more Patreon content is coming. More Patreon content is coming for sure.
Yes.
Behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes stuff. I was about to say some of the stuff that I recorded today and some stuff I recorded like forever ago will definitely be some Patreon stuff. It's just me goofing off, basically, just going places or shooting guns or, stupid bullshit like that.
Yeah. So if you guys enjoy that shit, then you will check out our Patreon because you might really enjoy it for sure. And
Spoiler alert, I blow up pumpkins.
Yeah. And, most of the stuff, and there is a lot of stuff that is only going to be Patreon exclusive. Actually, there are going to be certain movie reactions that are only going to be Patreon exclusive, to be honest with you. Like my movie reaction to the new Scoob movie is now only a Patreon exclusive, so you'll have to get Patreon to actually watch the Scoob reaction. So that's just a fair heads up. And we might start doing early access stuff to where I will post it to Patreon long before I actually post it to the channel, which will happen at some points. There'll be a lot of gameplay stuff coming to the Patreon channel, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, so we plan on doing a lot. So be on the lookout for that. There's like maybe 24 exclusive posts right now on Patreon, but yeah, even $1 a month helps out. So like, trust me, a lot of fun, great stuff. Okay, now we're gonna get to our biggest YouTube inspirations because I know me and you have different inspirations for YouTube.
Yes. Who's going first?
Hello?
Jordan?
Yeah.
I said, who's going first?
You.
Me? Oh, damn. Well, let's see. Some of these people you guys probably haven't heard of before, but that's because I'm more into gaming than I am film, but I do enjoy film. I'm also really into history and stuff like that, as you guys have probably heard me blabber on about through, the numerous videos. But a lot of my YouTube inspirations are actually Pixelated Apollo. He does a lot of commentaries over, like, Total War games and stuff like that. The Mighty Jingles, he does a lot of commentary over stuff like World of Warships. He also occasionally plays games himself. Also does World of Tanks and so on and so forth. Who's another one? Shit. I can't think of all of them for right now. There's so many good people out there. Demolition Ranch. Oh my gosh. He was the one who inspired me to do to film one of the videos I want to put up on the channel, either for YouTube itself or for Patreon. He does a lot of gun reviews, basically he blows a lot of shit up. I mean, and he progresses through the different calibers to see which one will do what. You know, it's like shooting a block of titanium, or how many Stanley thermoses, I think is what it is, like will stop a bullet. You know, just dumb shit like that. Will 300 pounds of Play-Doh stop a 50 cal? It's like it's just stuff like that. I don't know why. I guess I'm, a red-blooded American boy.
No,
Maybe I'm a redneck. But film people, I'd have to say Jeremy Johns, like Jordan said, or God, Nostalgia Critic. I love him. I don't know why. I guess it's the way he presents his videos and whatnot, and the fact that he does skits throughout the entire thing. It's like, who else does that?
Not too many. Not too many for sure.
But
I mean, I can name a few. I mean, I especially actually during the year of 2020 and even 2021, where everybody's in quarantine, I actually find Adam the Woo to be one of the more watchable video YouTubers, because he just he goes around and he enjoys life. He goes out and visits all these places that if you can't get to, he'll go to for you and just show you everything in sight. I mean, he's just a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, he's definitely one of my biggest inspirations. We watched a movie, one of my bigger inspirations. A lot of fun. These guys, they're just buddies who just love to talk about films. Specifically, horror films is what, we like to talk about here on the channel for the most part. Nostalgia Critic's an obvious. Yeah, he's an inspiration. Chris Stuckmann is definitely an inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not really into the big gaming channels like Michael is. To me, they're, most of them are mostly kind of the same. I mean, there's some that stand out differently, obviously, but sometimes, there's so many of them. There's just so many of them now. That it's just...
And some guys, they'll play, like, horror games or, it's just... It depends. If you're looking for a gaming channel, you find this. Is what I'm trying to look for or try to explain. I mean, I don't know how many, like, Fortnite people there are out there who record and play fucking Fortnite. It's like,
yeah. You are cutting out a little bit, but you didn't cut out too bad.
Okay.
But, no, there's just so many fucking YouTubers, it's hard to really name them all. But if you had to ask me my specific probably top 3, I would probably go with, just thinking about it, I'd probably go with Adam the Woo. We watched a movie, and Chris Stuckmann, probably my top 3.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think
if I were to go for some, probably, I know this might sound hypocritical. It's like, oh, well, he's no wonder, he's a big name YouTuber. Markiplier. I actually do enjoy his content, but it's kind of become a lot of the same lately.
Yeah.
But not near as wacky or just, out there like fucking PewDiePie.
Right, yeah.
And the other two, there was more, they inspired me to play the games. They got me interested in playing them. And that was Pixelated Apollo and The Mighty Jingles. I mean, The Mighty Jingles is English, and he's amazing. He's like, I don't know, late 40s or something like that. But it's just, it's just his English humor that, it's just, I don't know how to explain his humor, but it's just, he's good at what he does.
Right.
And then Pixelated Apollo is just, he just enjoys playing games and, doing commentaries over certain stuff. And it's just, it's neat,
Oh, yeah,
And then some minor ones like that I've been getting into, like Shadiversity and Lindy Base. They're more of your history history channels. Hey, there you go. They're more of your history channels. They go over a lot of like I don't know. Lindy Beige is more like military history, and Shadiversity is more like medieval stuff. He goes into in depth and more of like the medieval weaponry and tactics and junk like that. So
Right, right.
I'm a nerd. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think dude, you see the channel we run?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't really have to apologize.
I apologized anyway, damn it.
Why? Our community is a bunch of nerds, probably.
Eh.
There's nothing wrong with being a nerd, man.
How dare you insult our viewer base, you bastard!
Want to know something?
Maybe they're not all nerds, Jordan. Maybe some of them are geeks. You ever think of that?
Wow. You see, that's your
right.
problem. You
I
get
have
too
nothing to
easily
say.
you get too easily offended.
Offended.
But guys, that will do it for this podcast. That will do it for this little episode. Please, if you like this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another one. Next time we will be talking about our most anticipated movies for the year. Yes, that'd be interesting to talk about. And we'll probably do a top 5 favorite movie reaction videos we've done so far for each of us. Like which ones were the movies ranked, which ones you liked the best so far, which ones you didn't like the best, stuff like that. So yeah, be sure to check that out. But that will probably be posted on Patreon before it's posted on the channel. But this one will be posted on the channel. So to give you guys an idea of what will be happening, at least probably we'll try to do it once a month.
Yeah. Most definitely. Indubitably.
So we will check you guys out in the next video. Please do take care.
And until next time, bye-bye!